the General Secretary of the biggest union inside Cosatu, is thought to be behind efforts to return Numsa to the country's largest federation. The private conversations between Saphetha and the Metal Workers Union leader Irvin Jim are said to have taken place in recent days. Now, Numsa, you will remember, was chased out of Cosatu back in November of 2014 for extending its organizing scope beyond the metals industry, among other issues. So, what's behind these discussions between the Nehawu and Numsa leaders, and is there any truth to suggestions that Numsa may be considering returning to Cosatu? Let's find out and speak to Nehawu President Mike Shingange, who joins us from the Emperor's Palace this morning. Mr. Shingange, good morning to you. Are there secret talks taking place between your leader, Zola Saphetha, and Irvin Jim, who leads the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa?
Good morning, Colin, and your viewers. There are no secret talks taking place between our leadership and anybody else. Any talks that might be taking place, surely they are not secret. You will remember that the leaders of affiliates of Cosatu have been given a task since the Congress of Cosatu in 2018 to lead the efforts to unite all the workers in the country and ultimately achieve the goal of Cosatu of one country, one federation. And we don't have the structural discussions that we are having as Nehawu with anybody, but all leaders in their individual rights have got a task to execute that mission of the federation.
All right. Okay. So, in a way, you're answering my question in a roundabout manner, but let's continue nonetheless. Let me ask a more straightforward question. Would Cosatu unions be happy to welcome back to Cosatu's ranks Numsa, which was chased out in November of 2014?
Cosatu will not only be happy to welcome a Numsa, but Cosatu unions will welcome every union that's outside Cosatu. Remember, it is a view of Cosatu that anybody who is outside Cosatu is not yet organized. We have always believed that the workers are organized properly when they are in the fold of the federation that is Cosatu. So, yes, as I said to you, we have a task to work and unite all the working class, particularly the workers, so that united and bigger federation can be able to defend themselves against the onslaught that is facing workers. Because at the moment, it doesn't matter the t-shirt you wear, it doesn't matter the name of your affiliate. One thing for sure, those who stand opposed to workers, they attack workers, all of them, irrespective of the union they come from. And therefore, any effort by anybody to try and unite workers is something that we are going to be welcoming ourselves.
All right. So let me take you back then to these discussions, because you've said they are not secret talks, but these are open conversations. Let's try and explore the content, therefore. Zola Saphetha and Irvin Jim, are there clear discussions about the possibilities of Numsa going back to Cosatu? Was that the sum total of the discussion?
Remember, I was not in that meeting, if there was a meeting at all. Remember, I said you are not discussing a structure as like the National Office Bearers of Nehawu and of Numsa. I'm saying leaders of affiliates, not just Nehawu, are open to engage with the members and unions that are outside Cosatu with a view of uniting the workers in this country. So the content of the discussion is not something that I will answer. I think the two leaders will be able to answer that. All I'm saying is that if at all there are talks, we can't call those talks secrets. They are not secret. They are talking because they are leaders, because they are comrades, and because the need to unite workers need to happen and need to be championed by anybody else who is interested in uniting workers.
And some people, Mr. Shingange, will take it as quite ironic that if indeed there are such talks that are going on, they would be spearheaded by Nehawu, which was the lead union, which in recent history, if you look back at the reports, which led the efforts to, quote-unquote, surgically remove Numsa from Cosatu. Are you, in retrospect, saying that that was the biggest mistake for the largest union in Cosatu at that time, which was NUMSA, to be chased out in the fashion that they were?
Once again, Dolly, I repeat, it is the affiliates of Cosatu and individual leaders of Cosatu implementing the post and decision of Cosatu Congress to engage unions that are outside Cosatu. So it's not spearheaded by Nehawu per se. The fact that you happen to know, for whatever reason, that the Nehawu leader met a NUMSA leader doesn't mean that they are the only ones who are engaging in uniting the workers or bringing back all those unions that are outside the federation.
But I'm asking a different question.
Number two, about what you say, that it is Nehawu that spearheaded what you call surgical removal of NUMSA. I'm sure if it was Nehawu alone, NUMSA will not out of Cosatu, because there's no way that Nehawu would have succeeded in removing any affiliate of Cosatu if there was no backing or it was not a collective view of the majority of the union.
All I'm asking.
Yes.
Let me ask the question. Let me rephrase it differently. Do you admit that it was a mistake for NUMSA to have been expelled from Cosatu?
It is always not in the interest of the workers for workers to disintegrate.
Why are you running away from the word mistake?
No, it was not a mistake. For the federation to take a decision they took in a manner of disciplining one of its affiliates, it was not a mistake. However, it is not in the interest of the workers for the workers' movement to disintegrate.
Final question, and if you can, please be brief about it. So was there any substance, therefore, to what NUMSA was accused of? Because part of what chased them out or got them chased out of Cosatu was that they had extended their scope beyond the metals industry. They wanted to organize in the space where other unions operate. That was the biggest fight. Is that something that you are willing to overlook if indeed NUMSA were to go back to Cosatu?
Of course, there was substance, and there is still substance even today. However, those matters are better discussed inside the house, inside the family, because when leaders or when unions concentrate on fighting amongst themselves because of those things, in fact, fighting over members, the capital, the employers are rejoicing the divisions of workers. So those are matters that, if at all, would succeed in the efforts that are being pushed by various affiliates. Those are matters that are supposed to be subject for the discussion inside the house, and we see how we coexist and going forward. But it's not like there was no substance. There was clearly a substance on those matters, and the substance is still there. And that's hence I was saying it was not a mistake, as you put it, what Cosatu would have done at that time. But Cosatu is prepared to continue to engage its members and its affiliates and its workers across the sectors of the economy.
Mike Shingange is the president of Cosatu's largest union right now, and that is the union Nehawu. Thank you very much for your time.